Do it back, man.
I'm Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I go to hotels when I step
So you
out.
got the broadcast stuff on. I'll bring it back.
Oh, youngster.
That nigga ain't been on like 2 days, bro.
What you all doing, bro? I'm tired as a motherfucker, man.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Goddamn Chiefs. Shit.
This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Nah, I've been up.
On second down, here's Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
Huh?
And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
You say what?
And the defense could not have run a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense
I got up at like a 10.
Man,
I'll start this shit.
The defense, they certainly
I'll
got
start
in gear.
this
What a
shit.
big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and
Hey,
figure
for
this
me,
out.
I got up
your
at
backs are on the ground
10:45.
real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Now that's an offensive line you and I can play behind. How about the amount of time they gave their guy to scan the field and find someone open? Had all night, and in a game like this, probably should just put a spotlight on them instead of the quarterback.
Now Mahomes. Incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, Williams. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Z! Left!
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Black 58 rail!
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 34 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, all that shit. Just play ball. Need all that shit.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Got it open there. It's Michael Gallup. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Cooper was the target there.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
What we're seeing from the defense here is a group of guys bearing down, trying to help out their quarterback after he threw an interception. Good stops on the first 2 downs. It brings up a key 3rd down.
They'll try and run. This is Williams.
Oh.
He takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front
Hold
blocking,
on,
the
bro.
offensive
1
linemen,
second.
maybe the
Shit, I can't
smartest
even
guys in
pause it.
football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And they will not get it.
Hold on right quick, bro. Bye. Oh, yeah. Packing the mail, it's gone. I just signed a deal, I'm on. Yeah, do what I want, I'm good. Play if you want, let's do it. Come on, bro. I'm a young CEO, Suge. Yeah. The first nigga play, I'ma body a nigga. D. Hooley. Yeah, I'm waiting on you.
Through the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. It's just going to be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense.
For a nigga play, I'm a body a nigga.
See how they attack him here. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Flushed out right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
We're going to 54. Why?
Prescott from the gun.
Fires
one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say,
I'm a nice one now, D.
Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90. Left. Left.
Need some block.
Z. Left.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Ah!
Couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Oh, man, I'm tripping.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10.
Get the fuck out of here.
Tipped and intercepted.
What the fuck you want, man?
And his crew will
fuck
take
out of
over
here.
at their own 45-yard line.
That was some bullshit.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe
Don't do that.
REM sleep was off.
Here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They begin the drive with
Who the
Williams.
fuck is you blocking?
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
Shit.
They'll run it now.
Lock my goddamn body. There we go.
Some room to maneuver.
Shit.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 30. 10.
Let's go!
All the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, 92 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Good tackle.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're looking for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Buying time to his left. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now he's flushed out left.
Dean.
And incomplete.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively.
Trying to go deep.
You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. A second down throw for Prescott.
Dean.
But it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and it's third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Swing to the field, right. To the right.
On third down, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will.
Hey, man, that's all he got, y'all. We'll take that. That's what he got. Take this
We
shit.
just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he only manages a couple here.
He won't
down
beat
to
the
about
nigga
the
that beat us.
38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flush to his right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go, 47.
On first and 10, Prescott steps away to his left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Here we go, 46. Go, get out there. 26.
Throwing again, Prescott on second and 10. A dump off to Elliott. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They come out here in the eye, and he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
This is third and goal, this Chiefs defense. They're giving it all they got.
47. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47. Back. Switch.
Here's Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Extra point safely through. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Left, 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 left. 55,
Mahomes now on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Randy Gregory able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And able to find Conley. And out across midfield down to the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
left, 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 left.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Tackled there by Leighton Vander Esch. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it.
Let's go!
Touchdown,
Woo!
Kansas City. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Shit, y'all.
Extra point splits the
fucking guard
uprights,
everything, and
and
I'm
the
fucking,
decision
man.
to just kick the
I
extra
fucking know
point
that.
winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he slips
That
up
aggressive
past
shit
the
ain't gonna get him
45
nowhere.
before being tackled.
That shit gonna
Time
wear
for a
off.
break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2
end
still
up fumbling
remain. We
that
step
bitch last
aside.
year.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
you're gonna do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second down, Prescott. He'll buy some time right. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To the right side is it's complete. 10 yards there as this offense
They want to glitch me out. Oh, y'all some bitches.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The give is to Elliott, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
What's your problem, madam?
Hey, we're gonna count.
A second down throw for Prescott.
Yeah.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing, Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stuff.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Mahomes to throw on second down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Flushed out, and they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come up to 6.
A lot of points. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott escaping the pressure right. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one falls
should have one-handed that shit.
Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at its second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you play man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll throw again. Pressure
Get up in there. You the only one can do this shit. Get up in there. Fuck that. Get up in there. I don't want to hear shit.
On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott.
Man, this the most janky shit.
Fourth down conversion plays, you usually
What, man?
3
Man,
yards, maybe
man.
10.
Come on,
Not
y'all.
there. What
Right
a
there for the
huge
pick.
pickup
Really.
as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
He want this shit, too.
First down, Prescott fighting his safety
He
valve
want this
here.
shit,
That's
too.
complete.
Come on, y'all.
Call it a gain of 5,
here,
and it'll
man.
be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands.
my fault.
That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the Sticks.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has a...
Give me that. Let's go.
Interception.
Fucking playing with me, man.
Down near the 5.
Let's go.
All the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur.
Got fucking points back. They done cheated us out of it. They bitch ass.
But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Mahomes will try again on second down. And going deep for Hill.
Let's go!
For a Chiefs touchdown.
Fuck that cover too.
Tyreek Hill, 51 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play.
Fucking go, y'all.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Yeah.
And my goodness,
he shook up now, y'all. He shook up now.
Reggie
That'll do it. That'll do it.
4-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They go play action here on first down. He's going to go up top for the...
Ah! Get in there! Get in there!
But couldn't connect.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points.
Man,
By the
boy.
wayside on that one.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
Woo!
And he'll be
Get up in there.
at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run it with Williams. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams.
Going for that shit.
He'll get it up the middle. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams.
It's in there.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Cowboys. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Completes it right side to Cooper.
He used in terrain. Up in here with a little yank.
It's Torrian, little nigga.
To give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling.
What's happening? What's happening, Cold Dan?
Keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He sets to fire deep, and that's caught inside the 30. Goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Well, man, hold your back, boy.
All the way down to the outskirts of the red zone
Dead around here.
1st and 10.
Yeah, ain't nobody really going on. I'm just.
Prescott on 1st down.
Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that.
It'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
You already
The
know
number
it.
7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Ware takes the give from Mahomes.
Ooh!
And some room to work.
Oh!
Take it down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw it here. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On the ground, this is Ware. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in
wish there was
sync right
somebody
there.
else.
Obviously, the
Fuck
guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athletic.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. To throw, it's Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
All right.
Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. One last shot now for Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time is run. To victory and